So yeah, I seen some posts about this as a couple of videos where basically people were playing the world tournament early, and then they pretty much they swooped in on this one quick. Now it's only on the global side and not the Japanese side. That should tell you quite a bit about this, as you know, after the data download and stuff like that we have, which we still got all these units up and stuff like that. For this one, Dragon Stone compensation was given out for this one, and all the progress that anyone has made on this one to keep it fair is all being cleared. Now, you couldn't access the actual missions that came with this. Like, you couldn't do the missions, but you could still rank up in the world tournament, so you can get those ranked Dragon Stones. So if you had done that, you got some free Dragon Stones out of this. I don't necessarily give a shit about the world tournament all that much anymore, so I don't really, I didn't care at all. Like, I wasn't gonna do it to get the Dragon Stones. There's no point, in my opinion, until they really rework the world tournament. But again, 61st world tournament, still haven't got a really major update for the gameplay wise. That's so repetitive. But yeah, one Dragon Stone for that is going to feed generations of Dokkan Battle summoners out here. Gotta love that, right? So let me say this. For the people that genuinely, I'm gonna say this for a second. I had this guy up because I was reading him and I was trying to see if he was like better than the Trunks that we got, well, that we're going to get down here. And in my opinion, I think he might slightly be a little better than him, not maybe damage wise, but this guy is going back and reading him again. And again, yeah, I realized he didn't have any guard or damage reduction beforehand. And I was thinking more of his transformation being a little bit better now, which it is a little bit better, but he has to super attack first and then he'll be all right. He doesn't seem like he was built for 2025, end of 2025, going into another meta 2025. He does not, his EZA does not scream that. It screams somewhere around Mercenary Tower. It screams like that's when he was probably made, was around then. And I'm gonna say a couple of things in this video, so I might bounce off the wall a little bit, but I'm gonna try to keep it sort of straight and narrow what I'm going with. But I think he was made early, and then they just released him late for this celebration, and they were like, yeah, let's just go ahead and put him in here. Now I've seen the memes of this guy getting absolutely bombarded of trash can. He ain't Trunks no more, he's trash can, SSJ trash can out here. Like, I'm still hopeful that at some point he's gonna have like something to help him, whether it be from the 11th year anniversary or a situation where I'm gonna have to pivot and say that when we do get that new event, that the people that went to the fan meetup stuff that got to play that new event that was leaked out and stuff, maybe he's good in that. But also, that brings me to another point. If he's good in that and then trash and everything else, well, doesn't that just worry you a bit that is might be a situation where we're just going to get a bunch of units that are really good? Because we're already getting these, by the way. So keep that in mind. We're already getting these, by the way. And I'm going to make a comparison that's diabolical but fucking accurate in a second. But if he's good in that, terrible in short-term content, terrible in long-term content, especially with AoEs, then that means that I'm looking at next year not that great in terms of we might get units. We might get like a few units that actually are good in every content, and that's it. And those are going to be the holy grail like cards that are good in everything, but not. But we might get like, oh, again, like Trunks, good in this, horrible in other things, good in long term, horrible short term, horrible in the other sort of, you know, event, good in short term, horrible in long term, horrible in the other event. Like, I'm feeling like that might be the thing. And if that sounds somewhat familiar to you from hearing that, because of Gonchas, you play Gonchas, then you probably are thinking about Ultimate Ninja Blazing and going, yeah, that sounds familiar, because they used to do that at their downfall, when we would get like 80 bajillion Narutos and Sasuke's of the same, basically the same damn card that was just made for PvP, PvE, and stuff. Like, it was just made for different things. Like, it was pertaining the same card. Yeah, little on the fence of that. Now, another thing that I'm just gonna pop off and say, because I'm tired of it. Like, I get why so many people are going more free to play on the global version, because again, this shit, them having the world tournament out this early and it being up for as long as it was, until they basically went in and stopped it, they closed it. It was up for a little bit of time. It was up. So I'm saying that this would never have happened on the Japanese version of the game. You want to know why? Because majority of their team is on the Japanese version of the game, making sure no leaks, no issues, and all that stuff happen. Now, sure, they do still happen at times, but they're way on top of it than they are on the global version. They've always been. Global, even with the sync up, what changed? Like, it's still second fiddle. Still second fiddle to the Japanese version. Like I said, the fact that it did happen over here is like, remember when I keep saying that the whole damn team is a bunch of, monkeys out here, like running, like people are picking up the glasses and actually starting to see, and they're like, yeah, you're right, it is a bunch of baboons and orangutans and chimpanzees. It is over there. Like, because how the hell does this get through with a team that makes as much money as y'all? How to have the most? You got production money out their ass, as much money as y'all made over the decade of this game. Like, you ain't got no fresh eyes working over there. You ain't got no interns that are like watching you and it's like, hey boss, before you hit enter on that and send that on out, I was just curious. Did you mean to put that in there? Like, nobody's doing that. Did you mean to accidentally have that coded in where that's gonna start early? Like, you sure? Like, you meant to do that? Like, there's no fresh eyes at all. How many times has a unit come out and we all looked at it and said, oh, that motherfucker wasn't playtest? How many? Because we got a new one. We definitely got a new one with Trunks. I definitely feel like this guy wasn't playtested, and if he was, it was back in the meta of like around mercenary tile shit, and they were like, yeah, he'll be good then, he'll be all right then. And then we've had like 2 fucking metas, even though we're only supposed to have 2 meta changes out of the year for the anniversary of the worldwide, like, or global Dokkan campaign now. Like, we're only supposed to have about 2, but like, why does it feel like we getting like 1 every 3 months now? Well, I feel like we've had like 3 meta changes in the past 6 months, not even a full 6 months yet. We've had 3 meta changes, what it feels like. So definitely wasn't play tested, which again makes me scared. And I just want to go ahead and reiterate this tier system for a second for a lot of people, because I think some people tend to fucking forget a tier system, especially in Dokkan, because the more we get and the more I see with fumbles, and it's like, how the fuck do you fumble a unit where you don't give them no damage reduction and no guard whatsoever at all in 2025, when you literally got all your damn events starting out hitting 3 millions and 4 millions and shit and 5 millions in certain cases on certain stages, and raising attack and defense, canceling dodge, canceling damage reduction, attack reduction, like doing all this shit, and also putting bombs in and shit where the motherfuckers is doing 30% of your HP each turn. Like, how in the fuck did you look at him and go, yeah, that's good, put him out. Put him out. Like, bro, like, all right, not to get sidetracked again. So, tier systems, okay? There's a few tier systems here, right? Few tier systems. We're gonna start at the bottom, all the way down here. What's that? If you answered correctly, that's free to play. And what's at the top of the free to play? The LRs. Why? Because they get their easy A's and then super easy A's. Super easy A's. And in certain cases, some of those LRs, those free to play LRs, can be better than the next. And again, with time and how time is and works in Dokkan, meta changes, stuff like that, will be better, especially with easy A's, super easy, will be better than the other tier list that's going to be above that at certain times, right? So that's that. That's your free to play. That's the tier. Highest at that tier, LRs, because they get super easy A's. Tier above that, what's that? You got it right? Okay, good. Spicy unfeatured units. That is sub-premium units on a banner that you are summoning for. The reason why they're there is because you are paying Dragon Stones and tickets, yada, 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 but you're paying to summon, to gamble on that banner. So in a sense, this tier always, especially when the newer the unit is, better than these, unless there's an LR that, you know, equivalent there that gets a super easy A at that time, then probably going to be better because it's an LR. We know, I mean, you could literally take LRs and bring them up to here for free to plays, really put them in between. But since it's free to play and I'm doing the tiers for free to play, I'm keeping it down here and just, you know, giving you examples of this. So sub, better than these, especially should be. We've got a lot of sub units that are very good in Dokkan, and it shows. They're like, damn, this guy's damn near a Dokkanfest. I like that. That's how that's supposed to be. Above that is your Dokkanfest. That's your Dokkanfest TUR. Okay, listen closely, Bandai, because everybody else is listening to this right now. They're like, right. I mean, I know where you're going with this. I see how this is going. Right. It's you that don't understand this, and I'm trying to get this through to your fucking head. TUR, Dokkanfest, better than all of these guys. Better than all these guys. Always. The sub, the spicy unfeatured, supposed to complement. Right? Do the things that the Dokkanfest can't do, that's leading the charge. Complement. Right. Above that. What's above that? Oh, you don't know? Now we're at Carnival. And not what you're thinking. I'm talking about Rising, Divine Carnival, and then Legendary Banner. Those guys are luxury, lowest tier of the LR. Lowest tier. There's only 2 tiers. Lowest tier of the LR. Those are the guys that are a luxury above the Dokkanfest that you're summoning for, because they are a luxury to have on that banner or on the category. And they're better, or at least should be better than all of that, because you're summoning for the LR, higher stats right off the bat. Like, I mean, more like a higher attack in general. Like, you got 10 extra levels on these guys for their super attack. Better than everything down here. Now, at the tippity top of this iceberg is your Dokkanfest LR and then your Carnival LR. Your LRs that you only see at the tippity top of premium, and that's the anniversaries and the global Dokkan campaigns. And, well, if we get one for Tana, I was gonna say Tanabanta, it is, but Transcendent. That's that. That's the highest that it gets right there on LRs. These guys are the leaders that are better than everything. Under, always, no matter what, they're better, or at least should be better. Okay, you following now? You understand where I'm going with this tier? You get what I'm saying? So now in 2024, especially 2025, what you've done to this tier list is do this. So now you have a free-to-play Garlic Jr. that hovering around up here. You got TURs that are Dokkanfest TURs that are some are trending up, and then others are down here. Point in case this motherfucker right here that's got an easy A that's like under the damn free-to-play LRs right now. He's buried. He might as well not even be here. You might as well take him out the damn game. That's where that is. So what you've effectively done is fuck up all of your tier lists so that it's quite clear that you don't necessarily know what the fuck you're doing when you're actually making a lot of these events. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand when you're making events or you're making certain cars, you cook on certain cars and you understand the assignment at that point in time. But for general speaking, you don't necessarily understand, because now the ranking system, when everybody's looking at rank system, you see all the tier lists, it's like, it's fucked up to hell. Like, everyone's like, well, this free-to-play car is way better than this Dokkanfest card up here. Is way better than that. Like, oh my God, we need more free-to-play cars. Like, yeah, sure. But you see what I'm saying? Where they're back in the corners for things, because not only are you going to look at a card like Garlic Jr. that, again, let's be honest here, most people don't like Garlic Jr., didn't want him in the game, yada, yada, yada. But as soon as we got that free-to-play, fucking busted, everybody's attitude changed. And I've been saying I want this motherfucker in the game. I've been saying it. And I'm sitting here like, now you can't have another like free-to-play LR that comes out that's worse than him. You backed yourself in a corner. So let me throw another one out here for a second that I've been saying for years, and if you followed along, you know. Let's just pluck this one out right over here, and let me just dangle this one in front of you right here. What I'm dangling here, that's Kid Buu. That's Kid Buu, right? So out of all those tiers here that I just said, we still don't have an LR Kid Buu. Why do we not have an LR Kid Buu? Oh, it's probably because, well, they don't know where the fuck they want to put this LR Kid Buu. They don't know if they want to make him a Dokkanfest, a Carnival LR. They don't know if they want him to be a Legendary or a Rising. They don't know what the hell they want to do with that, because he's got to be in the LR. He's got to be somewhere. They're not going to make him free to play, because if they make him free to play, then it's like, well, if he's the best free to play and probably the best card in the fucking game, as he again should be. We only got one of the motherfucker, but that's going to happen at some point. Like, where do you put him? Where do you rank him? So it puts him in a bad situation, because they don't know how to do that, because they've been putting all these other units in this, this, switching up all these tiers to making it to where it's just mingled. It's just mingled to where people are started creating their own tier list systems of just going with the Z, S, A, and all that stuff right there, and just be like, okay, well, let's just throw everything in there at this point in time. And that's how it should be. When necessarily from the structure that this game was presented on when it first came out and how it is now, that's how that tier list went. And somewhere around, I would probably say the 3rd, 4th anniversary, it pretty much is actually maybe even close to the 5th anniversary. It got skewed really bad. And it's only gotten worse the past couple of years on how they sort of handle everything down through here. Now, I wanted to put that in because I want them to understand and get this one. I want you guys to share the shit out of this so that maybe they can fucking see it and they can actually go back to their roots on how things are necessarily structured in the game. That way people can understand and know that, okay, well, when this unit comes out, this unit's supposed to be good. Because how many people looked at him and said, boy, when he come out, he's about to go insane. How many LRs have we said that to that's been stinkers? How many, especially Dokkanfest units that we got and be like, okay, we're stinkers? How many sub EZAs are we looking at and we're like, well, why ain't he got a sub EZA yet? I mean, remember Broly? Remember Worldwide? And we were all sitting here like, nothing happened? So let me know. Let me know, because the way I see it, I don't think y'all know what y'all doing. I genuinely don't think y'all know what y'all doing. And I'm gonna say this for my closing, is that once this game is done and over, I would love if there was a documentary, like an actual video documentary that comes out on Dokan for the X amount of years it was, how it started to when it ended, so I would watch all of it just to see all the back scene shenanigans in this damn game of why certain things aren't in the game, why certain things aren't necessarily fixed, why they couldn't update this, why they couldn't update. I would like to see what penalized them so much from the potential that this game genuinely still has. I would love to see it. Genuine. I'd probably watch it on repeat. I'd watch it on repeat. But other than that, let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this. And the world tournament aspect, that was just a straw that broke the camel's back, or in this sense, the monkey that pressed the damn OK button and put the data download in at this point, because it's quite clear that y'all still ain't giving a rat's ass about the global version. And proofreading should be another damn word of the day for y'all, or two. Yep. Dumbasses.